if that WWE bug bites him and Meltzer says they're obviously interested, he will listen. Do we lose the Will Osprey that we love and see right now? Like, does he become a Nakamura or an AJ Styles where they can go and you might get those highlights here and there, but it's not going to be what we see currently?
I guess I would be more hopeful for that under a Triple H regime versus, AJ Styles, Shinsuke. Like, we're seeing an unlocked Shinsuke under Triple H right now. Like, we're seeing the best version of Shinsuke Nakamura currently. But for me, it's still CM Punk. Like, Will Osprey, Will Osprey, tremendous in the ring. He's quite possibly the best in-ring performer we have in all of professional wrestling today, as you listed off there, Brian. But he's making all these rounds. How much of an impact has he made? No pun intended, at Impact. Are tons of people, tuning in, rushing to their TVs? Did it help the buy rate this last weekend for their pay-per-view in Chicago? Maybe a little bit. But Will Osprey, as good as he is in the ring, is not a CM Punk when it comes to star level. Wherever CM Punk goes, eyeballs will follow, and that's guaranteed. Like, whether he goes to WWE, he's going to be a bump there. If he listens to Billy Corgan and ends up in NWA and CW, huge bump there. Huge bump for Impact. Will Osprey is tremendous in the ring, but he's kind of a disaster when you put a microphone in his hand. I mean, you guys have made fun of the bruv thing. Like, how many times did he say bruv in the 3 minutes he had in his promo for AEW? And he's like, and then he stole somebody else's gimmick, except it's just stepkids. I got a 4-year-old stepkid, bruv. Like, no, like, that's Heath Slater's thing. I don't care about your kids. Like, we've already established that with Heath. But he needs a little bit more coaching, and I think, in order to be that mainstream type of guy that CM Punk already is. Like, so if we're talking about a free agent who's going to have a bigger impact on the company, it's going to be CM Punk. Now, the question with Punk is, how long is he going to work wherever he goes, because he can't help himself at this point. But CM Punk, wherever he goes, the eyeballs are following. And he's going to have more of an impact wherever he goes versus wherever Will Osprey
I understand that point of view, Gabe, but the point is that with CM Punk, and I'm a Chicago guy like he is as well, but the latest that we see from CM Punk is either drama or injury. It's one or the other, right? I mean, here's a guy who up in age, and when he wins the championship, he's pissed off and he's eating pastries and he's pissed off and he's telling people, hey, you know what? I don't like what's happening in the locker room. Now, here's the thing. That whole thing where he's pissed off at a locker room, that he's not going to have an open mic to talk about that. Because could you imagine under this regime in WWE, he gets pissed off at some in the locker room and they got the open mic there. They would shut it off. All right, time to go.
Right.
There's no sitting there for 30 minutes eating pastries, getting pissed. There would be standards and practices there like, all right, that's enough. You can't say those things, and he knows that as well. But then the other side of this is age. Like, how many? Like, unless he's kept special, where he's doing one-offs, where he pops up, he can't wrestle every night. He can't make the circuit. But I think that I'm looking at the younger asset in Will Osprey. That's why I'm siding with Osprey, bro. Is because I just think, all right, we've seen him in all these classic matches. Can he slow down enough to be able to tell that same story in 7 minutes? I mean, when his first match is against Tozawa, that's not going to be a 20-minute classic. Okay, if he goes to WWE.
But he can make it one if you want it. If you need him to, he can get you to 4 stars. Like,
he'll give you the commercial break match if you need it
with
Tozawa.
Tozawa. That's the thing. Go home. No, bruv. I've got 10 more moves, bruv.